Yeah, it's not. It's beyond that, Key. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. We saw a white girl in Iowa do it to a bunch of black girls.
Well, of course.
That made it like, oh, that gained my respect. That gained my respect.
I hear you. You're
like
right.
that's like, oh, she didn't do this to some other little white girls that was over here in Colorado, wherever. She did it to some girls from LSU who we thought was some dogs.
Defending champs.
And put them on their knee and spanked them. And so I know, but I didn't expect.
Yeah, Big JTV, man. And shout out to Paul Pierce for that funny that funny comment, man. That funny comment that's actually factual, though. You know what I mean? And why do I say that? I say that because, point blank period, nobody expects that. You know what I mean? Nobody expects a skinny white girl to be the most dominant female basketball player, I won't say in history, but pretty much she is, man. Really, especially on that type of stage in the Elite Eight, punching that ticket to the Final Four, where she had to face a rematch of last year, pretty much the same LSU team with Haley Van Lith, who actually was a really, really good player in Louisville, coming and joining basically the Warriors. You know what I mean? Because that's what they are. LSU is basically the Warriors, and Angel Reese is not necessarily Steph Curry, but Angel Reese is the driving force of that team, man. Angel Reese is the reason that LSU even goes. You know what I mean? So, for Caitlin Clark to go full LeBron, right? And she went full LeBron. You know what I mean? She went, F it, I'm going to put the whole team on my back, though. Right? Greg Jennings. You know what I mean? And despite what random group chats want to say and hate on LeBron, LeBron is the GOAT. Right? And why do I say LeBron is the GOAT? I say LeBron is the GOAT because LeBron is the type of dude who dominates games. What happened in that game, the LSU Tigers versus the Iowa Hawkeyes, is that in the third quarter, Caitlin just started boshing threes in their faces, man. 3 on 3 on 3 in their eyes. And unfortunately, Angel Reese threw up a lot of bricks. She was brick squad, man. She was Gucci Man 10-17 brick squad, man. You know, unfortunately, this was Waka Flocka type of bricks. Brick on brick on brick. And then Flau'jae Johnson got in foul trouble. So in the college game, 5 fouls and you out. Flau'jae, most of the second half, she had 4 fouls. Even when they switched Flau'jae on Reese, she had to be careful because if she got a foul, she's out of the game. Flau'jae was leading LSU with 23 points, right? And that's the frustrating part, because when you're dealing with such a great player, you can't necessarily stop her. You just have to try to slow her down and maybe make her pass to the other teammates. Well, you know what I mean? Caitlin was playing so good, she got the other teammates involved with 12 assists. See, when you're scoring 41 points, 12 assists, and 7 rebounds, you're having a LeBron game. You're going off, you're going crazy. And the craziest part about this whole game, really, is that it had 12.3 million viewers, man. And these are stats coming from Front Office Sports. Now, to give y'all context of this, the game, right, was the biggest game, was more, the 12.3 million is more than every women's college game ever. So there's never been a women's college game that had that many viewers. Every ESPN college basketball game ever. Anything that ESPN has ever broadcasted regarding college ball, done. Bigger than that. Every MLB game last season. Every single one. Every NHL game last season. Every single one. Every MLS game last season. And every NBA game last season except one. Also, every college football regular season game last season except one. That's the power of Caitlin Clark, man. And we just got to keep it a bean. It's Caitlin Clark. And when Paul Pierce says that, that's what he's talking about, right? So for me, in my point of view, I look at it like this, man. If I'm the WNBA, you cannot fumble this talent. You give her a blank check, or I think Caitlin Clark really has to seriously consider the big three. Real talk. And if we look at the other side of the board, if you look at the other side of the court, really, LSU had no answers in the second half, man. You know, at the first half of the game, it was tied. It was tied at halftime, man. I think it was like 49-49. It was a tied game. Iowa was coming back because LSU did really well in the first quarter, my bad. And then the third, Iowa just started, boom, rolling. And then in the fourth quarter, you know, LSU just started throwing up bricks on bricks. And the really determining factor was with about 5 minutes left in the game, Caitlin Clark hit 2 clutch threes in a row, and she got hot. And that energy and confidence went to the rest of the team. Angel Reese got, you know, her final foul call with 3 minutes left in the game. And she was needed in this game because the LSU Tigers, they depend on boards, on second chance points, right? And if she's getting rebounds and there ain't no second chance points, guess what happens? Change of possession and it goes to Caitlin Clark, man. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with LSU. They didn't make the right adjustments near the end of the game. And then there was the post-game press conference, right? Where, you know, Angel Reese cried and saying she was getting sexualized, death threats, and she hasn't been happy for about a year since winning. And I do sympathize with her, but I'm going to copy the take that, you know, Nick Wright had. Shout out Nick Wright. He had the best take on this. That you have to log off mentally and literally log off physically off social media, because they'll love you when you up and then hate you when you down. You know what I mean? And especially if, as the LSU Tigers are, they're embracing that villain persona. They're embracing that negative, we are the evil empire type vibes. They're almost like the New England Patriots, right? Right now, the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Or if you look back, the Lakers dynasty. And like I even said, the Golden State Warriors. You know what I mean? You know how many people were roasting the Warriors when they lost in 2016? I was one of them. We have to understand that in sports, right? There's going to be good guys and bad guys. And you as an athlete can frame yourself, or you can brand yourself as a good guy or a bad guy, as a Thanos or the Avengers, right? And the media does play a part in it, of course. But also you, as somebody who frames yourself as a villain, you have to be okay with it to a certain degree. You have to not let it overtake you. You know what I mean? And you have to keep in mind that, yes, Angel Reese is 22 years old. You know, no, my bad. I think she's 21. So that's typical. When you're 21 years old, it's not, you know, it doesn't click on handling social media, handling hate, handling death threats, handling people, you know, saying demeaning, disrespectful things to you. But guess what? Heavy is the crown. Heavy is the crown. When you are the champion, you have a target, you have a bullseye on your head top, and people would say and do anything. Was it racial? Was it classist? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it has more to do with them, the LSU Tigers, being winners and champions than anything else. I think Angel Reese will become stronger from this. I think Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes have a great chance to get to the championship, but they got to pass by Paige and UConn, which ain't no easy task. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. the LSU Iowa game. Caitlin versus Reese, man. Fantastic game. I loved it. Loved watching every minute. Let me know if y'all liked it too. Big J TV. Check out these end screen videos. I'm out.